This is Crime Cruise, Love Boat Exposed. Saturday on the Love Boat. The podcast that hunts down and tears apart shenanigans on this classic TV show.
I see an awful lot of bodies who really have nothing to be ashamed of.
When laws, morals, and behavior go rogue.
She's a student of marine biology, and I know a lot of Marines who like to study her biology.
We are there.
Saturday on the Love Boat, Julia's game to join an all-male club, but she's shocked at the things they ask her to do.
Now, from Studio 109, welcome aboard.
I think it's time you and I got to know each other better. A man is very lonely at sea.
Yes, I can imagine.
Never trust a lonely captain, especially when he's lonely at sea, because, well, I think we all know the reasons.
Oh, yeah.
It ain't pretty. It never is. Welcome to Crime Cruise Love Boat Exposed.
High season, low morals.
That was a wispy kind of version.
It was because I was trying to remember it.
Ah, yes. Well, you know, it's that line we throw in. It's a
I know,
tagline.
sometimes.
Sort of an afterthought.
Yeah.
I am your host, Rob Springer, with co-host
Charlotte Jones.
And out west, we are talking to producer Caleb. How are you, producer Caleb?
Hey guys, yeah, I'm doing well. It's been a good week, and I'm excited to be back.
You look good. I like your hair. Your hair's coming back.
I know, like a chia. We seriously have to get a Caleb Chia pet hat. What do you think? I think if we were a show like Joe Rogan or like Howard Stern, we could legit sell producer Caleb Chia pet dolls.
Refrigerator magnets as well.
No, totally. Yeah. Or like those little games. Remember, what was that guy's name? Willie. And like it was back in the day when you had to like put the hair back on him and like at the little magnetic things. You know what I mean? Like those. We could sell all kind of stuff. We're going to have a whole Caleb merchandise section. I'm starting it.
That'd be funny.
Yeah, we're going to start a producer Caleb merch shop.
Well, the momentum of the show is building. YouTube has taken over for Google Podcasts, and that means more viewers for us. We keep rising by about 25% every week on YouTube listeners.
Okay.
And soon, who knows, we may just drop some video clips. We certainly record video, but we keep them.
Can we keep a day where I actually look like I have on makeup?
Yeah, we're just practicing.
Okay, this is great. I like that. I can practice.
Yeah, we're practicing. Look, nothing wrong with practicing.
No.
Because we talk a lot about producer Caleb. We talk about you a fair amount. We talk about me.
Are you feeling left out, Rob?
Yeah. I mean,
oh my gosh.
No, never left out. Always here. Always very present. Always feeling involved.
Yeah, always involved.
I will say, whenever we talk about you, Rob, it's always some scandalous thing you did in the past.
It is.
Right.
So, I don't know. I mean, we might need to start changing that, or I don't know. If the listeners keep liking us ripping to you, Rob, then I guess it sticks.
Well, a couple of things.
Yeah, maybe we'll have like a Rippin' Rob corner on our website. Like we'll have producer Caleb merchandise, Rippin' Rob corner.
Well,
and
you all know this. I'm going to say it. It's my edge.
Yeah, it is your edge.
We got producer Caleb, an Ivory Boy, clean cut, clean living. You can look at him. Well, you can't. If you're listening, we'll describe him. His skin is nice. He's grown a goatee. The hair that had been cut bald is kind of coming back.
Basically, just imagine a J. Crew catalog.
Yeah.
And that is producer Caleb.
That's so good.
Yeah, right?
That's so spot on. That's so funny.
There we go.
And how would you describe Charlotte, producer Caleb?
Oh, God.
She's fiery. She's a redhead.
Fiery. Yeah.
She's amazing. She's funny.
You.
She says stuff out in her pocket that's always just perfectly right.
Right.
That's Charlotte right there.
I'm going to hire all y'all for my PR.
We're a good balance. Caleb in his 20s, Charlotte in her 30s,
40s.
and 40s, and I then take a leap into, somewhere in the 50s, and that's okay, because what we do on this show is we go backwards in time to 1979. March 3rd on this episode. March 3rd, 1979.
That's my mom's birthday in 1979.
All right.
And I was a year old. Not even a year. I was a few months old. Yeah, 1979
The
in
Love
March.
Boat has caught up with you. You've caught up with the Love Boat. You were actually alive.
I was
during
alive
this episode.
currently, yes.
Producer Caleb, what episode number is this?
This is episode 23, season 2. Yeah, we're nearing the end of season 2.
We're getting so
I can't
close.
believe we got here.
So close. With that said, I will queue up.
Wait, is there anything we should know,
gosh,
Caleb?
that's a great question.
Is there any exciting people that are going to show up? Did you recognize anyone or?
No exciting people. I've got the IMDb pulled up and like the fun facts, like the did you know stuff. It's not really interesting. The trivia role is this is Arthur Godfrey's last acting role.
Okay.
Don't know who Arthur Godfrey is.
Like a
but IMDb put it there as it's an important thing, I guess, according to IMDb.
Okay, well, maybe he I guess it is. And also, producer Caleb digged up a little bit of tidbit of information for us over the week since we have not been here. But apparently, Gopher lives in Charlotte, North Carolina.
That'd be true.
I was going through this rabbit hole about Gopher specifically, and I found out so much about him. I'm sure it's like common knowledge, but to me, again, like I said, like you guys said, a 20-year-old, it kind of just blew my mind just how accomplished Gopher is.
Right. What did he do after
Congressman?
Yeah, he was a House representative for Iowa.
Wow.
For a while. Between 1970 and 1971, he served as a speechwriter for Wiley, Maine, a congressman in Iowa. Grady was the roommate of David Eisenhower, the grandson of President Eisenhower, and was later best man at Eisenhower's wedding to Julie Nixon, the daughter of Richard Nixon. So he lived with the grandson, President Eisenhower, and President Eisenhower's grandson married the daughter of Richard Nixon. Gopher was there for it all for some odd reason. He then was a House representative.
We need to find him because I have a lot of alien questions to ask him because remember Eisenhower's the one that apparently did the deal with the aliens. So we need to get in touch with him, Caleb. Please continue, but I'm now putting him on my list.
I would love to have Fred Grady on our show.
I would too.
Is it Fred Grandy?
Fred Grandy, yeah. Right. He attended Harvard to get his bachelor's.
God.
And then he went to George Washington University for a fine arts master's degree. Now he does theater currently. He has done just so much, and it's crazy.
He also went to Phillips Exeter Academy, which is like the poshest of the posh private high school boarding schools in the country. It's $120,000 a year to go there. Exeter is like you have to be like a Rothschild or a J.P. Morgan descendant or someone to even be considered.
Big names.
Yeah, interesting is that the first thing that he wants to be known for is that he was in Congress, and then like the Love Boat's like the second thing.
He also ran for governor of Iowa, but lost like 4%, which is so very close. It's crazy. Fred Grandy, if you're listening, we would love to have you on our show. We're based in South Carolina. You're in North Carolina. Let's connect. Let's do something.
Let's make something happen.
Well, I'm going to mention this. At the end of the show, we're going to do something called Grandy Watch. And I'll tell you exactly what it means because it involves me, Fred Grandy. And I'll explain later.
Okay.
Guys, remind me if I forget. But
okay.
All right. Well, that leads to what we're looking at on our screen, and it is disturbing. I'm going to say that in a sense because it is Fred Grandy. He's sitting on this edge of the pool, I think on the Lido deck. He's got a younger or older girl trying to look young, kneeling in front of him. And in the background are some kind of scantily clad bodies, typical on the Love Boat. But there's not only women in the background, there is a man. They're both rather slim, good tans.
Of course they're slim. They're just body doubles.
Let's just roll this because I don't know where it goes. We never do. Producer Caleb knows.
He's like our oracle on the show.
3, 2, 1.
Why don't I get you a drink? What do you want?
Club soda.
Okay. Coming up.
Was your friend expecting a dust storm? 1 club soda, please. Hold the wisecracks.
Doesn't she know she needs bait to catch fish?
Oh, my God.
Oh.
Okay, so they are totally making fun of this woman because she's not in a stripped down itsy bitsy teeny weeny yellow tiny
she was
polka dot
overdressed
bikini.
She was dressed like a raggedy Ann.
No, she was dressed like a 3-year-old. She had pigtails and a little like sailor outfit on almost. It was weird.
Creepy, and the whole
but they
thing.
were like, I don't like they're making fun of her because she's not skimpily clad at the pool. Look, if you guys saw me at the beach, you would all think that I was some kind of a monster. I have an umbrella, I've got a hat, I have a whole like cover on me. Like there is no skin exposed because I'm a redhead. Like I get it.
I was going to say, that makes sense. You're a redhead.
I get it.
You don't want to be a lobster. But
no, the sun is not my friend.
Sometimes I look at IMDb. Typically, I don't. I think everyone in the studio here could attest to that. And
right.
I know her. She is Didi Conn, who was a big actress on Broadway back in the day, kind of a New York actress, I'm pretty sure. But we would all know her from Grease.
Oh, No.
She was Frenchy on Grease in Olivia Newton-John's little pack of gals.
Okay. So she was a good one. She was part of the what was the bad group? Not the Pink Ladies, was it?
Oh, I don't remember.
Okay, I don't either.
It's been so long.
I know, me too. And I really am not a John Travolta fan, to be honest.
Who is?
Yeah, thank you.
I don't think producer Caleb is either.
Probably not. Well, he's not now.
I remember just getting jump scared by him being bald all of us. Bolder than bold. It terrified me.
Yeah.
I remember getting jump scared when I read a story about him getting a massage.
Yeah.
And with that, let's roll the clip.
Well, roll clip.
How was dinner?
Oh, it wasn't bad.
Well, it wasn't supposed to be.
Captain, check it out, girl.
I knew I ate too early.
What?
What we just saw was a woman on the prowl.
Yep.
Setting sights on the captain. And she's rather forward. She sizes him up.
Yep.
She looks him up. Great looking lady. She goes, whoa.
She said, I knew I ate too early.
Well, interpret that as you will.
I know. I'm confused as to what, because my mind, which is often in the gutter, is now spinning around. So was she saying she wish she hadn't have eaten because she looks now fat, or she wish she hadn't have eaten because she doesn't want to have to have sex while she has a taco baby?
You don't even have the two that are in my mind.
Oh God,
mine are probably closer to Caleb's.
Oh shit!
We have we with the filthy minds. Number one is I would have eaten you.
Oh
and number two is maybe I would have eaten with him.
Oh my God, see how our brains work differently, men and women? I totally was on a completely different spectrum of what that meant.
But you're
I interpreted it as Rob, your first one as I would have eaten you.
Oh God.
The whole episode, she's a supposed fortune teller that Julie invited on board for some special event or whatever. And she just spends the whole time just trying to get with the captain. But as you saw and as you heard, the captain was like, oh.
Well, first of all, him, because they do that to women every episode. And for him to be appalled that some female is actually using her sexual power and saying something not even as gross or disgusting or forward as I have heard the doc say to other women, or the captain for that matter. He literally attacked John Ritter in drag.
We'll be right back with more Love Boat Exposed. Go to loveboatexposed.com to send us a message, leave a voicemail, or learn more about the show and our team. Who knows? You might just be invited to the captain's table.
It's a pleasure to welcome you aboard. I'm speaking for my entire crew.
So I don't know why he's all of a sudden offended at this forward woman. You think he would have taken her number.
Charlotte, very well said.
Thank
in
you.
my mind, I saw him act prudishly shocked.
Yes.
I thought, well, wasn't he the guy that was going after drag version of John Ritter? And it was.
Right.
You were thinking the same.
I don't do the captain's voice as well as Rob does, but it'd sort of be like, oh my, she has a mind of her own.
Yeah.
Why is she talking to me like this?
It's so forward. I can't
see, he's
believe
way
it.
better.
Yeah, it's sort of I can't even tell what his accent is.
I don't
we
either.
talked
It's
about
a
this.
weird thing he made up.
It's like New York, sort of effeminate, and it's possibly kind of Brooklyn-y, kind of, who knows. I'm glad our minds are both in the gutter together.
All of us,
Producer
just on different
Caleb.
spectrum.
Yes.
It is true. Venus and Mars. It's a true thing.
Give me your hand.
What for?
Now he's sitting with
Do you know another way to read palms?
Oh, right.
Well, let's see now. This is your love line. No, this is your lifeline. This is your love line. Oh, no, wait a minute. Is that right? Wait a sec. Sometimes I don't know which line is which. Do I look at this little chart? Even Julia Childs has a cookery book.
No, it's a phony way to do business.
But I'm just a beginner.
And you build false hopes.
Just because I show people how to find love. Listen, if a pirate shows you where the buried treasure is and you don't dig for it, is that the pirate's fault?
I don't understand that at all.
Neither do I, but it sounded good.
I understand it.
Start again.
Me too.
Yeah?
She's holding his hand.
Oh, you're divorced.
That's right. How did you know that?
Julie told me.
He's disgusted. He's leaving. Oh, that's
Okay,
good.
so I'm going to throw out the word here, appropriation for shit for real. I would never give money to a white person dressed like a gypsy that I thought was actually going to read my fortune. If you're going to read my fortune, you better be an old gypsy, dried up in like a cave. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't understand. And then she goes, how do you expect a pirate to find buried treasure if you don't tell him? He's like, I don't understand that. And she's like, haha, I don't either. Girls do that shit all the time. We knew exactly what she was saying.
What are your thoughts, producer Caleb?
I just think it's very poor practice that Julie invited a fraud on the ship to be like the weekly spectacle. I don't know. That was what my main issue was. The Love Boat never fails to prove how unprofessional they are and how awful of a business they're running, to be honest.
The actress is really pretty good. She's got great timing. She's pretty sharp. She's very believable in sort of the game that women play in that world. She's very good at it.
But also how very apropos that the captain didn't understand what she was talking about. It's just perfect.
And the captain on a high horse in this episode.
Yes, he is.
So far. Let's see if that does change or not.
Ooh.
It's the doc and a blonde lady.
Sandy-colored hair, glasses, cute smile. He's wearing a white suit. It's a uniform of some sort. You're going to have a wonderful evening with dancing, champagne, moonlight, and in the morning,
oh, God.
you're going to feel like a new woman.
Okay, first of all, I'm going to tell you now. Men that brag about their abilities never have them. Ever. It is a thing. So, Caleb, don't ever brag about your abilities because that is an immediate turnoff, and I don't believe you.
I don't think I ever will, honestly.
Not him. That's not him.
No, it's not him, but it is the doc. And, like, he keeps getting away with this stuff.
But we know it does work because he keeps doing it.
Yeah.
If you do it 100 times, maybe one is actually going to work.
Right.
There's some equation in there that must pertain to the doc.
It must pertain. It's the same guys that, like, whistle at you out of the car window. It's like, okay, dude, you're driving and you're whistling. How is this going to work?
And then if you parked and stopped.
I mean, I don't...
If you parked and stopped and walked up to him and said, hey, what does that mean? You'd be like,
yeah. I'm sorry, I'm an incel. I hide in my basement.
Gopher, why won't anyone let me go back to my cabin? I mean, all day long, shuffleboard, badminton, bingo. Don't you want me to find my secret admirer?
Sylvia, I wanted you to have a really great time on this cruise.
Oh, I know. If you let me go back to my cabin...
You came aboard because I told you what a romantic place this ship was. But I thought you needed a little bit of help finding the romance.
Oh, what are you talking about?
I guess I figured that if you thought someone was looking for you, you'd have enough confidence to mingle and you'd really find someone. So I sent the roses. Sylvia, I'm sorry.
No, that's okay. I knew it was too good to be true. People like me don't get roses.
Okay, lots of questions.
Yeah, I need some background. Who is she to him?
They're high school friends or just friends off the boat. They're good friends.
Okay. I wasn't sure if this was like a sister or a cousin or a niece or something.
Is she mentally handicapped?
She's just very awkward.
Yeah.
Socially
like she's very like closed off, as we heard and saw.
Yeah. She's just very immature and naive, it apparently comes through.
Yeah. Well, so in this episode, he gets like a bundle of roses, like just like a little handful of roses. And she's under the assumption that there's like a secret admirer, that's someone like who's fancying her, which is what we just found on Gopher fabricated. But to make this matter even a bit more confusing, after she got like the bundle of roses, she came to her cabin and her whole cabin was filled with roses. I will say that was not Gopher's doing.
Okay. Was it the guy that was sort of standing in the background watching Gopher and
we'll see. Maybe it's the dog.
The woman speaking to one another?
We will see.
Okay.
I will all at the end.
I wonder why they made the girl that's supposed to be like naive and like socially inept have such a childlike voice. Kind of weird.
It's creepy.
Isn't her voice as Frenchy too? That's how her voice is.
Oh, that really is. I feel
terrible.
terrible.
It is Didi Conn's voice typically, but when she got serious towards the end of that scene, it did go more grounded.
Like,
adult.
I feel like that's not her real voice.
There were moments in this episode where I do remember being like, oh, that accent is putting on did slip. It is falling apart. But now that you reminded me she's in Greece, I'm pretty sure she also had that very high pitch, so maybe that's just like her.
Maybe that's just her.
It might have been Beauty School Dropout. That song, I think, was her whole thing in Greece. Hey, guess what? Nobody cares, Rob. All right, here we go. Oh,
Is that it?
No, there's oh gosh, yes. Wait, hold on. Producer Caleb, I believe that might actually be it.
That's it.
Okay. So yeah, Charlotte, you were right. There was like another really awkward character that keeps like running into her, but they keep somehow missing each other. He was the one that filled her cabin with roses. And so like at the end, she's like, well, Gopher, like that's really mean. Like she was crying. She's like, why did you like fill my cabin with roses? And he's like, I didn't.
Right.
Well, I just gave you that bundle. And she goes, well, then someone's pranking me. And that's really mean. Like that's bullying basically. And then this really awkward character is like basically the same character as her, but a male was like, that was me. Hi. And they end up falling in love.
Of course, he's probably a tech billionaire at this point, too.
Right.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, so that's storyline.
Did she leave happy? Was she happy?
Was she happy?
Yeah,
okay.
She found the awkward guy and they're ending out together.
I like this. I like that for her.
Too. Yeah, good stuff.
And I hope she continues to cover herself at the pool if that's what she wants to do.
Exactly. And hope she does her pigtails all the time.
all the time.
Right into her 60s, 70s, and 80s. Yep. Producer Caleb, fortune teller, and the captain.
He did get upset at her that she's basically a fraud. And every fortune she told, basically Julie was the one to tell her, hey, this is what's going on. This is like the gossip on the boat. So that's how she got away with most of it. And so the captain obviously wasn't happy with that.
Let me cut to the chase. Did he sleep with her?
I think it's safe to assume yes.
He taught her a lesson by betting her.
Well, also, she's a fraud. I haven't seen that steer that boat one time.
Never
like who? Like, is he a fraud too? Like, I don't understand.
There was one scene. I don't know what episode it was, but one scene that they were actually on, like I don't know what you call
Captain's
it,
deck or
Captain's deck. That's what they call it in Star Trek.
Yeah.
I think one of the guest characters was steering it with the captain. So there is one scene where you do see where the captain supposedly works. Right. Spends too much time on the deck with the cruise goers.
That boat is in autopilot all the time. I guess that seems to be it. This is a quick, sharp show.
Okay. Lots of stuff though in here.
Yes, and here is a Grandy watch.
Yeah.
As I promised. All right. Well, I did my homework after hearing producer Caleb say Fred Grandy's out there moving around in
I just did more homework and he has a radio show. We have to contact him.
He has a radio show?
Yes, I just sent it to both of you.
Okay, wow.
Let's send it to the radio show.
That's what I'm saying.
Well,
why would he not play it?
Well, here's the Grandy watch. Found him on Facebook. I can confirm that it is really him. I sent him a friend request. So far, happens. Nothing.
Okay, well, let's see what happens. Maybe I should send him. No, I'm just kidding. I don't have
Probably you should.
I don't have a Facebook account.
I wonder if he has Instagram.
Well, I'll check it out. Okay. Fine, we'll figure it out.
All right. Well, producer Caleb, how do you close down this March 3rd, 1979, episode 23 of The Love Boat? What do you tell our audience?
Thank you guys all for listening. Make sure you like, subscribe, share with a friend, and we'll see you all on The Love Boat next week.
We're sailing away, but we will be back with a new episode of Crime Cruise, Love Boat Exposed. Make sure to subscribe. We're on all your favorite podcast platforms. And connect with us at loveboatexposed.com.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's been a pleasure, but I have duties on the bridge. Good evening.
Good day, Captain.